This is Kagi, and welcome to the High Fiber Diet. Gandalf wanted to be petted, and then he didn't want to be petted. So, he's still wanting to be petted, but maybe not by me, but I'm the only one here, Guy. What do you want? Oh, welcome to my kitchen. I just finished doing meal prep. Made enchilada innards, which were chicken enchilada innards, just everything with the tortilla. And I made ham and pickle spread. It's like pickle roll-ups, but all chopped up, and so you just spread it. And I made cracked chicken. And cracked chicken is just shredded chicken, cream cheese, ranch. I add a shallot and water chestnuts and a little bit of black pepper. And what are you doing? What you doing? And then you can either serve it hot over noodles or mash, or serve it cold in romaine lettuce, and that's normally what I do. And so I just finished doing dishes, and I'm like, I haven't recorded in 2 weeks. Why not? And right now the sun is coming through both the kitchen windows very nicely, so I just decided to set up in here and make it that day. We'll see if Gandalf's gonna let me talk or not. And I feel like I'm being cut off, but that's as low or as tall as I can get the tripod. So I will try to keep bending down just a little bit. I haven't crafted all that much. I've been very intently, getting used to work, getting used to the commute. It takes time to get in the rhythm of things. So yeah, instead of crafting, I have been watching YouTube videos or talking with friends, or just come home and I kind of collapse. That's why I'm meal prepping today, so that I don't have to cook for the next 2 weeks. Half of it went in the freezer, half of it went in the fridge, and we'll see how much I eat. It all freezes well, so that's good. You can see maybe all my lilac bushes out front. It completely wraps my yard. They are all blooming. Do not get them a cat balm. We do not need kitty balm. No, not on video. Get down. Okay, neighbors are out, so he's very interested. And yes, everything gets wiped down. Don't worry about it before I pull out food and stuff. Clorox wipes work. So, what have I been doing? I did work some on my Rustic Wrap, and that's the wrap done out of Rustic by Cascade. It's long discontinued. I am into the third ball. Just knit to the end and bind off. That's where I am. So 5 inches into the wrap, I did a buttonhole, very big buttonhole because I have a very big button. And in fact, if I wanted to stop now, I know it's big enough once blocked, because the other one I have only has 2 skeins, but I want it even bigger. So this at this point would definitely wrap and put a button if I wanted it, but I want it a bit longer. I love wearing the gray one. This is being done, like I said, out of Cascade Rustic, very discontinued, colorway 11. It's a navy, and it's flecked because it is wool and linen, and it softens quite a bit. I am using my Cubics size 11 needles, same ones that I cast on with it 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah, it's been that long. So every once in a while, I just pick it up and I knit on it. It's just simple stockinette. You'd think I'd get done, but it's stockinette and forever. And this is being held in my, who made this bag? Thank God for bags, TGFB. And what happens at a knitting retreat stays at a knitting retreat. And maybe one day I'll get that done. Hopefully by fall so I can wear it, because definitely gonna need it out here. Then I have knit a little bit on my zigzag socks, not a whole lot, but enough that I still don't understand how this is called New York. And that's what the colorway says, color 3009 New York. Don't know, but I am doing that on, I believe these are Haya Sharp size 1.5 US double points. Still team double point. I have been crocheting, and I had to get a hold of Shadyside Farms because I'm running out of my cone, and she was able this week very nicely to ship me out the rest of the sock yarn that they have. So this is done. It's a marl, and all I did was took the colors, who was it? Nitty McPurley put together a kids collection of yarns. I had kids dye it, and I made it up into a giant ball, and I had some other odds and ends little skeins left from my last one, and I'm doing it with the sock yarn from Shadyside Farms, and this is not going to be enough to match with that, so I'm getting more. So I've kind of tucked this to the side. This is the Granny Ripple blanket out of, is it 200 Granny? I think that's what it is, 200 Granny book. And I've got quite a bit to go on it. It's gonna be a lap blanket for the couch. I love these kind of blankets to just throw over you, cover up your legs when it's cold. This is being held on my, oh, what is the name of this bag? There we go. I love bag makers that put this. Sage Valley handmade felted bag. It is a roll top, and then it is belted. And it actually has a belt buckle down here. And that holds it all together. It's a beautifully made bag. So there's that. And hopefully I get that yarn soon and I can start working on that again. I was working on my weekender in that Cascade yarn that I had gotten. It got ripped out. I had cast on for smaller than what I thought, and it would have circled me twice. So right now that's in timeout. I had a lot of stitches on that, and once I looked at the circumference of it, so I need to go down even smaller. It is thicker yarn than what it calls for, and I may change up what I'm doing with it. I'd originally bought it to do the Swan Show, which I started the Swan Show in this Southlander that I had gotten from Skeins. They're out of New Zealand, and this is 12 ply bulky, 200 grams of New Zealand Highland Country wool. And the lady that owns Skeins mailed this in air sucked bags. Why can't I think? Zip. You know what I'm talking about. The ones that squish. Can't. Words not happening. My brain's on overload. But I like the gauge I got. I just not ready to work into cables with what's going on in my brain from work. So cables are going to have to wait. but this is going to make up into the Swan Show. I got this instead of that other. And the other is going to be a weekender. I just have to cast on eventually. So I'm liking the two colors. This one is goldenrod. It is a beautiful color. To me, it looks like the tips of cattails. And those things that look like hot dogs, you know, that's what it reminds me of, and I love that color. So the other thing I cast on is just out of Red Heart Super Saver. I think I made my sister a sweater out of this. One of those, I don't even remember the name of it. Something grande. Don't remember. But a friend of mine's just had a little girl, and so I am making pantlets, and I think I'm gonna put up the name because I can't remember it, so I'll put it in here somewhere. I think it's Froganette is the designer's name, but I'm not sure. It's the pantlets, and they're garter stitch pantaloons, and I'm gonna make a little top that goes with. I'm doing I'm doing the newborn size per the pattern, but it's coming out to probably a 3 to 6 month size because I'm doing it in bigger yarn. And so I'll do the top accordingly because we're going into summer. They're not going to need something that's knitted at this time. And so the baby was just born last week, and I'll get this whipped up real quick and get it mailed out. Hopefully I will record before. If not, I'll have pictures. But it starts with a cast on and 2x2 ribbing. And then you go and put eyelets all the way around that will eventually have an I-cord go through. And then it's little short pant legs. And there's short rows in the bum area. I think a couple of times to accommodate for the diaper. And I haven't done baby stuff in a long time. So, but it's washable. And you know, I have a lot of people that are like, don't do acrylic for babies. Oh my God, it's gonna melt. Well, if you're on fire, get the baby out of there. Just don't set your kids on fire. It you know, makes perfect sense to me. Yeah, I think, where am I gonna go? Am I gonna go stories or acquisitions? What do you think? Let's do acquisitions. I am in the Tuscan Knits Yarn Club, and I am getting her 80-10-10 Merino Cashmere Nylon DK. And this one I'm calling Sagebrush, but it's colors she's moving, in the process of moving from the Pacific Northwest, I believe, into either Montana or Wyoming. I think it's Montana. But she's doing colors around her cabin. And I love these colors. I can't wait to see the rest so I can see what I'm going to make up. But I was very excited to get this. This reminds me of Sagebrush. And it's a color I can wear very well. So I'm loving this. I also, for Mother's Day, and I'm already using it on here, you might have seen the pink needles. I got the Leica pink set, the rose blush, and it is the short set and everything that comes with. I picked these up. Sarge told me to buy myself a Mother's Day gift, so I did. I actually bought two, but that's okay. Don't know why this has that there. I'm probably not going to set it up and just have it open. That's not for me. I like the little pouch that it comes in. So I got those. And right now, I can't get to my yarn. I've been working on it. I just found the spinning wheel last night. Luckily, I packed some fiber with it, and I'll talk about that in a second. But can't find all my needles, so at least I have that right now. And I was watching I Rock Knits. Any of you guys watch Corey? And She had said for Mother's Day that she had gotten a Malabrigo blanket kit from B Woolen, right around there, I'm not sure, somewhere in Minnesota. And I went ahead and ordered 2. My friend already knows she's getting one. But it is for the Malabrigo 10 color slip stitch blanket. It comes with the pattern, so I'm not going to show more than that. But it comes with Tierra, Diana, Coco, Sandstorm, Camel, Glitter, Sunset, Marde, Primavera, and Hojas. So let's see what this is. Oh, that's the original colors. I actually got the colorways that's called 10,000 Lakes. And this is Gris. And Bobby Blue. Playa. Yerba. Cloud Sunshine. It's got that little purple hint to it. Pearl. Azul Profundo. I already showed you fire. Why'd you jump back over there? Let's see. Cosmos. Indicida. And finally, Pearl 10. So maybe that's the black pearl. But all together, that is the colorway that I will be using to make this blanket, and it came with a little bag. And let's see. That was just a thing that listed off the names. And I'm excited to start that. I'm not starting it yet, but soon. And that again is from B Woolen, and they have a whole bunch of them, a whole bunch of kits made up. And I just had to. Got it with my first paycheck. It was my excitement gift. So that was that. I think that, no, that isn't everything. Hold on a second. Look at Rue real quick. My house is small. I got 52 weeks of shawls by, is it Lane? I'm not sure. Lane. Didn't get their sock book because I'm a vanilla sock knitter. Really don't knit pattern socks. But there is one that caught my eye. Let's see if that's the one that, I mean, there's quite a few in here that I absolutely adore. But no, that wasn't the one that I wanted to start with. I don't know where the one I wanted to start with is, but there's actually, I believe, 54 in here. And take a look at it online. You can peruse and see if it's something you want. For me, there were 7 or 8 shawls, and I really want to get back into knitting shawls because I have a feeling that here in South Dakota is something I'm going to want to do. I think Craigside is the first one I'm going to make. And I don't know, I'll go from there and we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of big name designers in here, but I got it mostly because I'm tired of having to buy online all the time. I know, we're moving back to being in book. And with 54 patterns for the price of it, I think it came out to just about $1 a pattern. So that's not bad. Maybe with shipping it was $1.10 a pattern or something like that. I don't know, but it wasn't that bad. So I did go ahead and get it. On the spinning front, I do have Rue out. I did find her in a box. If you have to move with a ladybug, the 35-inch wardrobe from Home Depot fits a ladybug with 2 pillows underneath her, 4 pillows surrounding her, and fiber and yarn on top to keep her safe. And there was no wiggle, there was no nothing. The box held up. It had the metal bar across the top that you normally hang clothes on, but that just supported the top in case anything was set up. But we put her up in the mother's attic, so it was never a problem. I had packed it with the Jakira Farms that I had bought right before I left Michigan. And this is the Buttercup colorway. And it's just gorgeous. It's got oranges and yellows and creams, and it's just beautiful. And last night I sat down. Now I haven't been able to find my oil and such, so I'm gonna have to wait a little bit to finish spinning because she does need to be oiled. But I have a little bit spun and just doing it quick and dirty, making sure everything's good. And of course, as you know, this is Route 2. And yeah, we sat and I spun for about an hour last night relaxing, and it was just glorious. Like I said, she needs to be oiled, and if I can't find my oil tin, I'll buy a new one. But yeah, driving back and forth to work I'm loving it. I'm getting books read. Listened to, I guess. I listened to The 4 Agreements. That's really good, but it wasn't my first listen to it, and it won't be my last. It's one that you need to hear over and over and over again. If you haven't read or listened to The 4 Agreements, you should. I also listened to Kind is the New Classy from the girl from Full House, Candace. I know she has a married name. I can't think of it. Sorry, she's married to a hockey player. But it was a really good book. It had a lot of religious connotations to it, but that's fine. Gave you things to think about. Right now, I am listening to 9 Dirty Words. I think that's the name of it. It's kind of a play off the George Carlin 7 Words You Can't Say on TV or the radio. But it's his 9 Dirty Words, and I'm enjoying that one. If I put the name in wrong, I'll put it down in the whatever down there it's called, the drop down. I've started watching Game of Thrones. I had only watched 1 episode, and now I'm into season 2, and you know, it doesn't keep my attention. There's so much anger and hate, and I know, tell me if it gets better, because I'm about ready to click off. I want entertainment that relaxes me, not one that pisses me off as I'm going through. So, yeah. What else have I been doing? Oh, on the way home the other day, I work 30 minutes from Mount Rushmore, if that. And I decided to turn off, and I was going to go to Mount Rushmore, but I decided instead to go through the Needles Highway through Custer State Park. And it's very slow going. It was very relaxing, except when you get to that peak where you can see over. And yeah, love to skydive, love to fly. Don't like heights, not at all. So I took pictures, but I didn't, didn't get out and look like other people were doing. That's just not happening. I enjoyed it. I was going to take Iron Mountain Road back so I could see Rushmore, but instead I went through Hermosa. I think that's the name of it. And came into Rapid City that way. And that's another drive for another day. It's, I work up there, so I can come home that way on a Friday or a Saturday, that, depending on when I'm working. And I have talked to my boss, and I am going to be doing some weekends so that I can get to know employees that aren't there during the week. And so, it's a learning curve here. Every job is a learning curve. And I'm finally getting used to the computer system and their protocols on how to do things. And, they may throw me a curveball every once in a while, but I don't feel like I'm in outfield anymore. I feel like I'm there and I'm ready. Yeah, I've been slowly getting rid of stuff. A lot of the stuff that I bought last year, the microwave stand, the kitchen storage cabinet, a lot of the bookcases and everything I've been selling on Marketplace on Facebook, because this itty bitty house, seriously, it's 853 square feet. I don't have room. And I'm not lugging them down into the basement by myself for storage. I don't need the storage. I'm trying to get rid of stuff. I went through my clothing. I have 2 huge green garbage bags that are going to a charity shop. I bought myself a portable air conditioner, one that is out on the floor and has a hose that sticks out the window instead of having to put it in the window. And I had it in the window, and then I took it down because I put up my baker's rack here in front of this window that holds the microwave. So I have everything here in the kitchen, and then I have the kitchen island here. And I'm liking the way that's coming together. I still need to find a small kitchen table, like a little bistro table. I don't need something big, but I'm trying to get the armoire for the computer system sold because I don't have a desktop anymore. All I have is the laptop, and 90% of the time I'm on my iPad. I'm not on my laptop. And yeah, it's just been a lot of getting rid of stuff, going through, organizing, as I can get into the storage room. And that's basically, Saturday or Sunday morning, I move a couple boxes, see what's in there, and then make decisions. But all of my crafting stuff is way back in the corner. So I purchased a few things. Like I said, I'm not having oodles of crafting time, but right now it's enough that it keeps me satisfied. If you have any books that you think I should read, let me know. I tried, is it A Crown of Thorn and Roses? I think that's what it is. Not for me. I've already read The Discovery of Witches, of course, Outlander, Harry Potter, the Belgarian, and the Malarian. I'm not huge on J.R.R. Tolkien. I did pick up The Chronicles of Narnia, but I haven't listened to it yet. I was planning on listening to it on the drive from Michigan to South Dakota, but I never did. Maybe that'll be the next one. But I've got, like I said, an hour up and an hour back every day, and I listen to books. Lately it's been self-help. The next one I'm going into is How to Ease Your Anxiety. I haven't had any anxiety in my life at all. No reason to. Twitch. It's been an emotional week family-wise. Had a friend pass away, funeral this week. Had a friend get married, wedding this week. Had a friend give birth, babies this week. It's just been, that's how the cycle of life goes. And so, yeah, it's been up and down. I did have my ATM card stolen, well, the numbers online, and the bank canceled. They were able to get it out to me within 2 days, a new one, because they know I'm out of state. They FedExed it out to me. The money still hasn't gone back into my account. It's held for a little bit, but I've already, we've already talked and all that good stuff. So all the places that I had used for banking, PayPal, everything else had to be changed. So that was fun. And just 2 households and trying to keep everything straight. We've pretty much gotten to the point where anything that comes out of the bank is me. Anything that goes on a credit card is him. And then I just pay off the credit card kind of thing, because that way we're not fighting over cash or whatever, because we're in 2 different states right now. Conversations just, we talk every day, but it's not always something we talk about. And I am hoping I get to see him by December, but more and more we look at it, the more and more we're thinking it's most likely going to be March of next year. And so it's a long haul, but it's not something we haven't done before. And it is what it is. I can say that I am back on my bariatric diet, lifestyle, and that my pants are too big and I had to go buy smaller pants. So, not buying tons because I'm going to be going into dresses, and I like my dresses a little bit loose, so I don't have any form-fitting ones, and those can last through the summer, and we'll see where I turn up in the fall when it comes to new pants. And yeah, other than that, it's just rambling. I'm not sure what else to say. I hope you guys have had a great 2 weeks, and it'll probably be another 2 weeks before I talk again. I think we're going to go on that kind of schedule, just because I am going to start working weekends and such. So, until next time, check your checkbook before starting the high fiber diet. Bye-bye.